Greetings, webheads, and welcome to episode 53 of Witty Banter, yet another Marvel Crisis Protocol podcast. I'm Patrick.
I'm Alex.
I'm David.
This is JP.
We are here to help you get better at and have more fun with your Crisis Protocol. So we are on AdeptiCon Eve-ish. This will be our last episode before AdeptiCon, and so we thought we would just do a preview of the big con. We're all going, so we're all going to kind of guess, because none of us has been before, but we've been thinking about it, we've been looking things over. So we're just going to talk a little bit about what we're expecting to see, some of the things that we're looking forward to seeing, and just kind of give a taste for what we think we're going to get in Milwaukee next week. Before we do, though, we've got some business to handle. First and most importantly, we have a giveaway. If, as you will recall, if you join us at patreon.com/wittybantercast, you get entries into our semi-regular giveaway drawings. If you join at the $1 level, you get one entry. If you join at the $5 level, you get two. So this time, Sean Farina, who has just recently joined the neighborhood, thank you for that, Sean, has won himself a box of Iron People. So, Sean, I will be reaching out to you as soon as we finish recording. Congratulations, we'll be getting that box out to you. I want to say thank you to Atomic Mass Games. They were kind enough to send us not only the Iron Box, but also, near and dear to my heart, they sent us the Sentinels Affiliation Pack. So we are, for our next episode, which will be our Adepticon wrap-up, we will be giving away that box as well. So if you missed out on your chance to get your Iron People, join us at patreon.com/wittybantercast, and you can get a chance to win yourself a Sentinels box. And if you don't want to join us on Patreon, totally get that. The other way you can really help us out is if you leave us a rating and a review on your podcatcher of choice. You do that, send us a screenshot that you've done that at wittybantercast@gmail.com. You will also get an entry to the giveaway. So we want to make sure that everybody's got a chance to win. We really appreciate everybody that's been coming and joining us and being a part of the neighborhood. For those of you who are in the Patreon, hopefully you've all joined us in the Discord as well. We've really enjoyed talking to you guys there. So congratulations, Sean, and we hope to see the rest of you there. Hope to see the rest of you in the Discord soon. David, I am throwing it over to you now.
So I've been starting this, ask random questions thing, and I was figuring out what to call it. So I decided that I'm going to call it Around the Neighborhood.
I like it.
So, for this episode's Around the Neighborhood, I was going to ask you guys, I have two questions. One is, what is your favorite model? Like, I'm talking about your specific favorite model, whether it's like with your paint job and sculpt and like just the character itself. And so, like, my favorite model is Namor, because I like Namor. His sculpt is fantastic, and I did a pretty good job painting him. I'm not like a pro painter or anything, but like he looks pretty good. And his trident broke, so I ended up switching it with a. I don't know if you guys are other players of other war games, but I am. So I have a bits bin of like random bits and shit. And
Sure.
one of the random bits and stuff I have is Lizardman. So I just took a Lizardman spear and basically like stuck it onto the end of the trident and made the point look like it's obsidian, and so it looks more like an Aztec kind of weapon rather than his traditional trident, which is, I mean, it fits. But yeah, mine is Namor. And I guess I'll do the second question. Now, the second question, this one is a little bit.
Well, let's do the answers to the
Let's-
first question, then we'll come back to the second one. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So-
JP, what's your favorite model?
So going back to David's thing, I would argue that the Trident is proof that that's a bad model. because my trident snapped as well, and I've seen many other tridents snapped. As opposed to replacing my trident with recycled Warhammer parts, I just decided to snip mine off. So my Namor has a fist in the air, like he's a new Rage Against the Machine convert. So eat that.
You know, I kind of like that. I sort of feel like that. I sort of feel like that'd be his vibe.
Yeah. Don't repress his
Now,
people.
now all you got to do is like green stuff in like a Walkman.
Yeah, or like a backpack with bricks or something. I don't know. So my favorite. You're talking like my favorite model in terms of the actual physical model and my paint job and the way it plays on the table. Like
Yeah.
all the things, the culmination of all these things.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be just like that predictable dude, but I'm just gonna,
Oh,
I mean, Alex knows, right? He was waiting for that shit. He already knew. I'm gonna go with OG Hulk. OG Hulk. I actually ended up repainting him semi recently. It was in the past 4 to 6 months or something like that. And I really like how he turned out. And I think his model, it's a little dated, it's a little static compared to like some of the newer stuff. But it's very stable. I don't have to worry about anything breaking off. And I think it's adequate, especially if you're able to green stuff or like sprue his gaps. Because that model had atrocious gaps, but I was able to get mine to where you can't see them. So I like the model. It's not my favorite model, but I think all the things combined, I really like putting him on the table. I like his mechanics. I like the control he offers and the puzzle he poses to your opponent. Like whether you like pick on him and like risk making him angry or just ignore him and let him like move around and throw your shit. So yeah, Hulk's still my favorite. He's not super prevalent in the meta right now, but I still think he's a strong piece, and he's probably it's gonna take a fucking major character to like dethrone the Hulk. I don't know what it could be.
Alex, how about you? What's your favorite model?
I really got to think about this one because, like, David has 3 different criteria, and I have 3 different models that fit those criteria.
Well,
So
mine's easy.
I'm just gonna say all 3.
Mine's
Yeah.
easy. So if you want me to go and you can get some time to think, I can do that.
Well, I already know what 3 they are. I just can't
Oh,
say
okay.
one overall is like my favorite.
Okay.
So my favorite paint job, I gotta say it's my Cyclops that I did for my worthy
Oh,
entry.
wow.
That I'm like extremely proud of that model, and it's probably the best model I've ever painted in my life.
Yeah.
Followed closely behind, I think, his lover Gene. Favorite sculpt, I gotta go with I think it's Ironmonger, just because of those fucking missiles. I
Yeah.
think that sculpt is so cool with the missiles. He was fine beforehand, but I think the missiles really set him over the top.
David and I were talking offline before we got started that it feels like putting the missiles on is just sort of objectively the right answer to whether or not that should happen or not. I mean, both of us. I mean, I think we all know that people won't for any number of good reasons, and I'm sure it feels like a missed opportunity if you don't have those things on there.
I agree. And then favorite mechanics, I'm pretty sure all of you could guess who it is, but you're going to be wrong.
Mm.
Oh.
So it's not Apocalypse.
It is not.
It's not Hobgoblin or Green Goblin.
Fuck that fuck.
I bet it's Honey Badger.
I was just gonna say Honey Badger. I was literally just gonna say Honey Badger.
No, I know for a fact you guys aren't going to guess it. It's Sandman.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I love how he works with his grunts. Because
Yeah.
like everybody else's grunts can, for the most part, tend to act a little independently. The parents get a little bit of a benefit off of them, except Red Skull. He says fuck Hydra grunts. But Sandman, it might be a detriment to him, but he is like so dependent on those grunts to do what they need to do, and he needs them on the table. But it's such a cool mechanic with what he can do. When I was able to cross literally half the board in one activation
Oh my
without
God.
moving, it was so fucking cool. It was the coolest fucking thing ever.
Yeah.
So basically, when Alex was in kindergarten and his classmate said, "What's your favorite color?" Alex was like, "I love all the colors."
I don't see that as a bad thing.
I was
I'm just
about to
giving
say,
shit. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good.
nothing in Alex's choices I would argue with. I mean, I kind of wanted to say Hulkbuster just because he's probably my single favorite paint job, but I mean, this one's really pretty easy. It's Lefty. You know, so you have two Sentinel drones, and you have to have some way to distinguish them. So when I was assembling my drones, I had one where the left hand is kind of extended, and I modded it out so it's got a restraint cable coming out. And then I went on Etsy and found a Jubilee model and got her painted up all 90s, and Lefty's grabbing Jubilee as as she's trying to shoot him back. And I mean, I love my Sentinels. Everybody knows this, and every time I pull that thing out, it never fails. People just love to see the Jubilee on there. So for me, it's Lefty, and it's not close.
So with Lefty, do you before you play with him, do you like sit on him for about 5 minutes so that he like goes numb first, or?
And only no, actually, what I do is I sit on the dice for a few minutes so they go numb. At least that's the way
Or
it's
they get
played.
hot, or both?
Yeah, I wouldn't. You would think that would be the way it works, but it doesn't work that way.
You gotta go deeper than they gotta be like ass crack dice.
I want to win. I'm not sure I want to win that bad. I mean, there's a that may be that we may have found the line I'm not willing to cross. As Meatloaf,
Nobody will steal them.
yeah, that's true. I mean, as Meatloaf would say, I would do anything for love, but I'm not sure I do that.
Do you know where those have been?
David, what's your second question?
I wanted to add to that for the listeners.
Yeah.
I figure we probably can like post our favorite models in the Discord, and so I assume we can have the listeners post theirs too, so we can see everybody's models.
100%. I think that's a great idea. So we'll put our favorites up on the hobby channel on the Discord, and for webheads, if you're in the Patreon, we'd love to see your favorites and hear why they're your favorite too.
All right. So my second question is, what is something that like an opponent has done, like whether it's like a play or just like, I can't believe this model did this thing, that has done to you at an event? So mine would be, so at LVO a couple of years back, I played DeLuca, and he was playing Brotherhood, but he had Mal on his tray. So when I saw his roster, I saw the Crisis, and I was like, oh, he's going to play Mal here. Because, I think it was Gamma. So I was like, there's no way he doesn't play Mal here, right? And so I assumed he was going to play Mal, and he didn't. But I brought She-Hulk thinking that he would. And I had a round. So I had Shield Mobiled She-Hulk like on round 2. And I basically I dazed Apex Sabretooth. And then on the next round, I like double punched him, and I would have dazed him, but he used exceptional healing because that was still a card. And so he ended up being alive on like 2 or something like that. So then he activates his Apex, and he puts 16 damage on She-Hulk and dazes her because she had like 4 damage from the previous like bunch of attacks. So yeah, he like just wrecks her, and then I which really sucks to get your 6th threat just like
Oof.
dazed. And but I did manage to got your back him, and I KO'd him because I had dazed him the previous round, so then I KO'd him. But yeah, that ended up like completely just like derailing the game, losing my She-Hulk like on round 3. Like
Well,
it wasn't
sure.
good. But I mean, DeLuca's a good player, and like
Mhm.
his Apex was like on fire, like on fire.
Must have been.
Like his first attack was like, I got 9, and I was like, okay, I block 2. I guess I'll take 7. Like, Jesus Christ.
Do I even have that
Like,
many damage dice?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was my thing. Shout out to DeLuca for like
All
kicking
right.
my ass at LVO.
JP, how about you?
So I guess I don't know like how other shows do things, but here we don't really talk about like anything before the show too much, like aside from like maybe, hey, what are we talking about? So all this conversation is very organic, which is good.
Mhm.
But it also like this question, I don't feel like I've had adequate enough time to think about it. I'm just gonna go with a really funny anecdote because everybody on the cast at least will get a kick out of it. You're gonna have to fill in the details with me though, because I don't remember because it's been so long. But there was a game that Patrick and I were playing, and he was running the infamous Sabretooth 1, and I don't remember what I was I playing X-Men or something? Because I remember I had Storm on the table, I think, and she was like on a back point. I think we were playing a G,
Yeah, I
maybe.
think you were playing X-Men, but it was also a game that you had. I think you were splashing Juggernaut.
Yep.
Did I have Jugs? I thought I had a big character.
Yeah, you
Like I
had
thought I
Jug.
activated. Did I? No, I thought I had like
Yep.
Malekith or something on the team. I thought I had something big that I activated and like it didn't kill anything that I needed it to kill. And I was just like, what is going on?
I think this might have even been a pre-Malekith game. I mean, it's been a while.
Really? Okay.
I think so. Yeah, because it was because that was one of the first like paint and plays that we did, and I was just getting caught up with getting all my X-Men painted up. So
Oh,
that'll
was
tell
that
you
paint
how
and
long.
play? Was that the
Yeah,
paint and play? Okay, okay.
yeah.
That would have been. God, what did I have on my tray then? I think I painted like Sentinels and a bunch of X-Men. I painted like X-23. Maybe Colossus, some other stuff.
That
Yeah,
sounds right.
but basically, Patrick moved just like slowly and relentlessly inserted Sabretooth deeper and deeper into my back line with like no repercussions and like just dismantled my entire fucking team with this shitty 4 threat. And I was just like, I was just beside myself. Like, what is happening? And then I would like try to kill Sabretooth, and he'd be like, "What, bitch? I'm gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna come up on you and smack the shit out you."
Yeah.
And like his dice were just like, they knew the fucking mission.
Yes, they did. Yeah, that
That game was insane.
that game.
It's so funny that we both mentioned a Sabretooth, a version of Sabretooth.
Yeah, that game definitely gave me an outsized and inaccurate perception of how good Sabretooth is as a model. It's like, why isn't he working like this? It worked before.
He was impervious.
Alex, how about you?
Okay, so this was the second Bug Eater that we had. This was Bug Eater 2022 before I took over. And it was Sunday, first round of top 8. And I played against a convocation roster. And the player was Peyton Pierce. And this was in the days of Wakanda Nerve still. And I did not see this coming whatsoever. He scored Wakandan Herbs turn 2 with Juggernaut. And I was like, what the fuck do I do against this? I just did not see that play coming because instead of having Juggernaut move and go to pick it up, he used Sorcerer Supreme Strange and he ported
He
Juggernaut
heated him.
up. He scalpeled him. And I didn't see that coming. I was like, Juggernaut getting place range, what is it, range 3?
Yeah, range 3.
I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And then on top of that, he ended up using, I believe, the tactics card was like tactical analysis or something like that. Or
Yeah,
is that what the shield card is called?
the shield card is called Sit Rep, but yeah, it's the
Okay.
same.
So he tactical analysis his Juggernaut, and because he did it with like Wong or somebody or like Clea. Like basically Juggernaut, no, he was able to score the herb round 1. Juggernaut did not
Oh
have to move
my god.
to the herb. He was just moved by other people to the herb. And then he was able to pick it up and move and scoot and get across the table in turn 1.
It might have been round 2, unless Juggernaut had a way to get another power, right?
He did, because Wong passed him a power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, what do I even fucking do? Because like, there's no way in hell I was getting off Juggernaut with 1, maybe 2 attacks. It just wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't remember how far. It's been so long since we had herbs. I don't remember how far of a distance it is between the two. Because you have to take your herb back to the place where their herb spawns. Is that what it is? Is it the same
Yeah,
spot?
yeah, it's the same spot.
Okay. Yeah, I cannot remember for the life of me where the spawn points were. I remember they were kind of far apart and like they were past midline, but I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were.
It's been so long ago.
I was shocked.
We are, however, seeing now why we do not play that crisis anymore.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it was. I had no idea what to do. He like by the end of turn 1, it was like 7-2 or some stupid number. I was like, what do I do?
So, my first Bug Eater. So I'm still pretty new to the game. It's really the first event I played at all. I was playing Guardians, and my opponent was playing Criminal Syndicate, and the game was going super awesome, and I was all set up, and it was like I think turn 5, or round 5, excuse me, and I had priority, and I was all set up, and I was gonna go. I was going to be able to KO his last big remaining threat, and was going to be able to pull in a win. So I'm thinking, this is fantastic. And then he says, so I'm going to play all according to plan. And I'm like, oh, what's that? Oh, hey, how about that? I did not win that game.
Was this supposed to be a tournament game?
Yeah, it was a tournament game.
Oh, okay. I messed up then. I didn't have a tournament game.
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, well.
That's
okay.
I mean, David said event, but your story definitely got the flavor of what we were looking at. Okay. David, those were awesome. Thank you. Webheads, we would love to hear some of your war stories too. What have your opponents done to surprise you? What have your opponents done that have made you remember things and maybe made you play better too? Because, like in my coaching days, like I always said, you're either winning or you're learning. So, and believe me, I've done a lot of learning. So let's move into our topic for the day now. So AdeptiCon's coming, and it really is AMG's showcase. So we're really looking forward to it. And we've all been kind of thinking about it and obsessively tweaking our rosters and kind of trying to, in some instances, trying to very quickly get models painted up and ready to go before we leave. But we want to at least think about what it's going to look like. So we've just got a few things to talk about, to kind of think about what we're going to see. Kind of the first and most obvious thing, I think, to think through and talk through is, what do we think is going to be the most popular affiliations and the most popular characters played? David, let's start with you. What are you expecting to see, like top 5 in terms of affiliations and then actual models that are out on the table?
So I'll just name one, and then we'll
Okay.
go around because that way we're not all naming 5.
Okay.
So I think that we will see. I think we'll see. I'm predicting that we'll see a good bit of Adam Warlock in Guardians. I think people are going to play Adam Warlock and Guardians. Like I think that's going to be an affiliation that's going to creep up there, and it's probably going to be one of the more played affiliations.
Now,
Um,
do you think that's just because it's kind of the new thing, or is there a specific part of what Warlock does, or what? Why do you think that that's going to be the thing?
because I think Warlock with his leadership is pretty good. Like having access to like basically recal on a stick is pretty good, and I feel like a lot of players are going to identify that as being good. And I mean, Guardians have always kind of been a good affiliation. They've kind of had their like, ebbs and flows when they've been amazing, and then they've kind of like dropped a little bit. And I think with the addition of like Warlock and Quasar, I think they might people are going to play them. I think they're cool, and I mean Warlock is strong, and people like to play strong models. So I can imagine that we'll see a lot more Guardians than we were seeing previously. And if I had to pick a model that I thought would end up in the say top 10 models taken, I would imagine that my boy Ironmonger is probably going to be on that list because he's really good, and he's new, and I think people are going to play him. Like I'm bringing him in my roster, and I'm sure there are lots of others who are. So, yeah, I think it's Ironmonger.
JP, how about you? What's your what's your vote in terms of what you think the most taken affiliation is going to be and the most taken character is going to be?
Oh man. God damn, I'm just gonna be a boring motherfucker this podcast. Um I gotta go with defenders still. I still think they're the thing to beat, so um
Now, is that kind of before? Is that with sort of what everybody's glommed onto now with the Soul Strange edition, or do you think defenders were going to be there regardless of kind of that new tweak to the roster?
are you asking if I think there's gonna be defenders lists that aren't centered around Soul Strange?
Yes.
I mean maybe. Like I I think Soul Strange is better than the Daredevil list for sure. So um I mean defenders are still strong as Daredevil, but I think they're the thing to they're the thing to beat right now because of Soul Strange, not because of defenders. Well, Soul Strange, a combination of Soul Strange and other things, but the equation includes Soul Strange. Daredevil's not part of an equation to beat anything. Like he's almost a tax. Soul Strange is kind of a backbone of the list. Daredevil's like, fuck,
Yeah.
I gotta take Daredevil.
Did
Well, and they did get Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel is a fantastic character. And
Yeah, and to that point, like Blue Marvel under Daredevil isn't nearly as good.
right.
He's not getting the rerolls unless
Yep.
your opponent is pushing into him. So
And that was going to be where I was going to go with it. Is Daredevil, or excuse me, are defenders the thing now because Blue Marvel is such a strong addition to them, and then you kind of add Soul Strange on top of that, or is there something else about defenders that makes them workable right now?
Portals. Portals is the other thing that I would say.
yeah, so they have a tax card that kind of breaks the game, and they don't need to take Wong for it now. Daredevil's defenders has to take Wong, so you're taking Wong and Daredevil to get like defenders with Portal.
Mhm.
Whereas like now you just take Soul Strange and you're able to just throw out your pentagram round 2. And you don't have to take Wong. Not that Wong's bad, but like a lot of these lists that I'm seeing, at least I haven't been on the the discords at all, like for a long time. I do like to like look at top 8 lists of big tournaments just out of curiosity.
Mhm.
And it seems like a lot of these defenders, soul strange defenders lists aren't even running long because like they don't need to
Right.
because they already have a pentagrams caster. So it seems like a lot of them are running Toad. So like yeah, the Daredevil list, it was like I want to play defenders because I mean Daredevil does have a really awesome leadership. Don't get me wrong, and they have pentagrams, which is a really good card. But now you're at 6 threat between Daredevil and Wong to get those things, to get those tools. Where like
Right.
Strange is just kind of a beast. Like he's not like killing people, but man, the amount of control Strange puts in between like being able to hex the entire team, being able to use pentagrams, being able to heal, being able to hand out shielding, and being able to push enemy characters around. That's just kind of wild. So yeah, and then like you said, the Blue Marvel edition, it just kind of makes this really solid core. And then like the defenders list is just kind of stupid anyway. So that kind of segues into my next one. I'm gonna say it's probably not the top character, but like Shang-Chi is gonna be up there for sure. He's gonna be in every defenders list, every Mighty Avengers list, and then he's probably in. Well, I don't know who's playing Avengers, but if they are, they're probably playing Shang-Chi as well. And then he just gets splashed everywhere too. So I'm gonna go Shang-Chi. I'm sure it's not gonna be Shang-Chi, but he'll be in the top 10 for sure.
Everybody kind of getting their last hurrah before his nerf gets in.
Yeah, maybe his
Alex?
1-inch nerf.
Yes, that's right. His 1-inch nerf. Alex, how about you? What do you think? What do you think is going to be the most popular affiliate and most popular character?
So I'm gonna mirror JP because he had the exact same thoughts I did. Defenders and Shang-Chi. Like
Okay.
they're super solid now. Fuck Shang-Chi. He's dodged the nerf battle a little too long, in my opinion. So instead, I'm gonna give most splashed character, and I think that's going to be Cat. Black Cat is still very good. She tends to get splashed by. Oh no, I'll take that back. No, Toad's gonna be the most splashed character.
Okay.
He's
Oh.
just a good. He's a good
Even-
secret.
Is it most
Even
splash
at-
or most taken? Are we talking splash or taken?
I would say Taken, but I mean, I could see Toad being up there in the top.
So
Five.
Do you want
Sure.
Shang-Chi, Alex? I'll give you Shang-Chi. I got a different pick.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean that's fine. I just was gonna give a different answer than what
Oh.
you were giving. So
If I had to like guess number, I just thought it'd be cute to go Shang-Chi with defenders because like he's gonna be in every defenders list. But I would probably say Zemo if I had to like gun to my head top the first pick for
Oh yeah.
Taken.
Zemo probably
Probably.
is.
Yeah, I mean it almost doesn't count to
Zemo
say.
is very good.
I mean that's just
Yeah, it
that
almost
one
doesn't.
you sort of fill Zemo in and then you talk about everybody else.
that's why I didn't think about him because like he's in every list.
Right.
So it's just like you don't have to think about him. He's just gonna be there.
Okay, so what do we think in terms of how the crisis is going to play out? This is, if I'm remembering correctly, this is really the first like really, really big tournament that's played with the new 5 crisis rule. Am I remembering that right, or did I miss something?
Carl-Con was a
Yeah,
big
that's
deal.
true. That's true. So, how do you guys think that having with the new crisis rules, what do we think that that's going to look like playing out on the table when all the sharks are around? We'll go reverse order. Alex, what do you think?
I think. I mean, it's a good change for sure. I feel. So I think the Sharks are definitely going to take advantage of it, like as they do. It's nothing against them, like, and take advantage of is probably not the greatest word, but it's they're gonna do very well with it because this change, I'm fairly certain, did not push them away from the game. If anything, it got them more excited, which rightfully so. I was more excited for it too. But it made them want to practice and get games in more and more in preparation because it's such a big change. Because if you're not getting practice with it and you're still stuck with the old mentality of how it used to work, you're not going to have a good time.
Mhm.
So I think they're going to run away with it because they've had so much practice and they're going to know how to play crises that they normally would not have played with the previous rules.
David, what do you think? What are you expecting to see in terms of the crisis that get put down on the table? Do you think what gets played is going to be appreciably different than what we would have seen before the big rule change?
I do think that there is going to be, I think there's going to be quite a difference. But I think that what that's going to shake out to is a lot of the people are going to be playing a lot. There's going to be a lot more of the neutral crisis, right? Because
Okay.
it's so hard to get onto a skewed crisis because your opponent just goes, I don't want to play that.
Right.
So, like stuff like infinity formula or hammers or like even like scrolls and, you know, like something like Guardian Save Shi'ar. I think those are the kind of crises that are going to get played more often. And I think those are what we're going to see as like a more average out of what everybody's playing. Because I think that people are just going to pick the stuff that is like less harmful for them, which is going to be those more neutral crises, I think.
JP, how about you? What are when you're kind of head practicing in and thinking about what's going to happen? What are you expecting to see in terms of crisis decisions?
I mean, I think we touched on it on a previous episode at some point
Mhm.
with this, like the discussion of the way the new crises rules play, in terms of like selecting for your list and selecting like at crisis selection step.
Mhm.
I think that, so kind of going back to that, the game has, it was it had gotten faster after the crisis change because of the rotation and just the speed had just increased. With the change, it has slowed the game again, and I think we're seeing a I don't want to say regression, but we're seeing the game.
Renaissance.
Well, that, I mean, I like it. It's a renaissance for me. We're seeing the game slow down again. So there are the meta is kind of showing that, I think. Just in general, like at these bigger tournaments. And I don't know, I guess locally my games are slower too. But I'm seeing a lot of more beatdown lists or beatdown-esque lists, like just kind of brawly or grindy, more just kind of like let's fight more lists rather than just like run away with the score lists. So I think that there are some standouts for that type of list that are kind of getting played pretty ubiquitously in lists, for the most part. So I would say like Deadline. Deadline's very popular. Lockdown is very popular. Intrusions is very popular. Meteors is very popular. McCran is very popular. And then you'll still see some lists that are trying to do something a little different, either like trying to score, trying to like use something about the scenario to the disadvantage, or just trying to like neutralize that fightiness a little bit. So you'll still see like the really good secures for scoring, so like riots and scoundrels. But for the most part, I'm seeing like a lot of those fighty crises popping up, and it's just slowing the game down. And then conversely on the extract side, I'm seeing a lot of like inhuman weapons, in virus, Montesi's made a resurgence. Montesi was kind of like Montesi used to be the odd man out for those beatdown lists. Because what were you gonna say, David?
Oh yeah, I agree. I've seen a lot more Montesi than previously before.
Yeah, because I think there's a few reasons for that. One is that like we've still fallen into the pattern where usually the Prio winners choosing their blues. I don't think we've ever really gotten away from that, generally speaking. So it still holds true. And it used to be when your reds were taken, that means you lost Prio, and then your opponent got first swipe at mid. But that's not a thing anymore. So like Montesi doesn't have that drawback as much. It's just a coin flip. But that also means that your opponent isn't necessarily bringing a plan to take the middle because they don't know if they're going to get it. So it becomes kind of like a no man's land sometimes, or a lot of times. So I'm seeing a resurgence of that. Hammers is still popular. I'm seeing alien ships taking a lot more. And the new lockdown? No, not lockdown. What's the other
Jailbreak?
One? Jailbreak, thank you. I always want to call it Gumball, and thank you, David, for putting that in my fucking head. And so like that occupies like a tremendous amount of space in my brain whenever I'm trying to think of that crisis. Like the only thing I can think of is like Gumball.
Well, if nothing else, everybody knows what you mean, I think.
Yeah, so I'm seeing that one more, which is interesting. I still fucking hate that one.
I think that's more than anything why it's stuck in your head.
Yeah, fuck that crisis. I hate that thing. But yeah, I'm seeing just kind of a slowing of the game, and I'm seeing these crises taken more. So I'm planning on playing on those a lot, unless you just run into a list that's trying to like swim against the tide, which isn't like a terrible idea necessarily, or like you're playing against maybe like an APOC list or something, or some list that like, I don't know, some list is like trying to prioritize like pay to flips or something, You'll have like the ones that aren't typical, but I think for the most part that's kind of the pattern we're seeing, at least right now in the meta.
It sounds like JP's trying to take a jab at me.
What? No, I'm not taking a jab. I'm just saying like APOC doesn't necessarily. They're not trying to go like all in on the attrition like some of these other lists I'm talking about. I think
shit, man.
Yeah, well, I think APOC has a little bit more measured approach to things. But yeah, I can still see them running like the 18 extracts, just to land on 18, because I think 18 is his strongest threat level now. Like that, I think he locks in at 18 hardest. So I mean that would be like hammers and Montesi and inhuman weapons. So
Madman.
Yeah, I was just talking extracts, but yeah, Madman's great.
Fair.
Madman's great for him too, 100%. Yeah, Madman is like, you're not seeing Madman in these attrition lists, but you'll definitely see it in APOC. So kind of goes what I'm saying.
Yep. So who do we think's going to be, like, if you were going to take a guess, the one character in the top 10 that's going to be a surprise that people in general aren't expecting, but that you could see, given kind of the current state of the game, that is going to make it into the top 10. David, let's start with you. Who's your dark horse?
I would say Blue Marvel. Blue Marvel's probably it, right? Like Blue Marvel's really good. Like, obviously they're going to play him in Defenders and they're going to play him in Mighty Avengers. And I think some people might splash him. Like he's good enough. Like his throw is absolutely amazing. And like his spender is that thing is fucking stupid. Like if you get hit with a spender, ugh. Like if he gets like 3 models, it's really ugly. Because like that thing can do the splash damage plus the fact that he counts skulls, like ugh, it's good. So yeah, I would say Blue Marble would be my like surprise character.
Okay. Alex, how about you? Who's your sneaky top 10 that no one's expecting?
I think it's going to be Echo because
Ooh, I like
Yep,
she's
that.
I like. She was on my
very
short
good
list.
in yeah, she's very good in both of her affiliations. Well, okay, maybe not Criminal Syndicate, but still. Like I don't hate her in Criminal Syndicate. She's definitely a better defender, but she, she's good in her affiliations, and honestly, she's just good on the table. Uh, she. I feel if you don't want to play Zemo, you play her instead.
Yep.
I think she's super solid. And people like her. They really like her rules. And it's that crit modification, like modding based off your opponent's crits, is just so fucking good.
It is really good.
And her spender is really fucking good. So like defend her being a defender really helps her getting up in that top 10, but people like to splash her too, just strictly because of how good she is.
JP, how about you? Who's your sneaky top 10?
So for everyone listening, just to reiterate, we don't go over this crap before. This is like all on the spot. So going through the Rolodex of 300 characters in my head in a minute or less. Let's go. I wanted to do something funny, but let's go. I'm gonna say Nebula.
I can see that.
I think Nebula's coming back in vogue. She is getting splashed more. She's like a tremendous damage dealer for 2-threat. The game, as I was saying, the game's slowing down. And as David had mentioned, I think there will be a slight uptick in Guardians. So, obviously she's affiliated there. So, like, why not take Nebula in the Guardians list? So, we'll go with Nebula. I don't know if she would quite make 10, but she might. She might. 10's so hard to crack.
Yeah.
It is hard to crack,
I'm gonna
especially with like standout models like Bill and Chi
Yeah.
and Zemo and
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a bonus entry in for my girl Rescue. I think she's splashable just about anywhere, and she does stuff that nobody else really does. So I would not at all be surprised if you see a lot more Rescue than people would expect to see. So I'm gonna call an audible. And we'll do one more thing before we get to kind of the fun stuff. Who's gonna win AdeptiCon in terms of affiliation and leadership, and who's going to be the runner-up? I will start. I'm going to call a shot, and I'm going to say that it is going to be a Soul Strange Defenders beating Apocalypse for the Adepticon title. That's my shot. I mean, it's March Madness. It's time to we're filling out our own bracket. David, what do you think? Who's going to win? Who's going to be at the final table?
I think. Well, I can't go with what you said, so I gotta go something different. I think it might be. Let's go with something wild. Like I think it might be something like Mighty Avengers and Shield.
I almost said
Shield is
Shield.
still.
I almost said Shield.
Shield's still pretty good.
Oh yeah,
Like they do got a lot of things going on for them.
and I do
Double
think Mighty
bubble is a good
Avengers,
thing.
and I do think Mighty Avengers are going to be overrepresented in the tournament. JP, how about you?
We did have some really good players playing Mighty Avengers and CarlCon, so that would not surprise me. Let's just smash your two ideas together, and make a mutant prediction of Defenders. It's probably the most predictable. Defenders versus Mighty Avengers.
Okay. Alex?
I am gonna say wild card here. It's gonna be Dormammu versus Apocalypse, and
Ooh.
I think people are gonna be up in arms about this because Apocalypse is gonna win 2 years in a row.
Ooh.
Interesting. I wonder if Dormammu makes the finals, if we will get a nerf Dormammu movement going. Let's hope not.
I don't know.
Let's hope not.
No,
I don't know. It would
I
be
don't
so
know.
weird that
No.
they buffed him and then they just nerf him. It'd be so weird.
You know, you're saying that a group of nerds that live on the internet are consistent with things. That's that's hard to believe.
If I'm being
All right.
if I'm being realistic though, and I know like the prestige of the tournament, there's gonna be a lot of good players there.
Yeah.
I would have to say, I don't know. DeLuca's been making really good showings in all the big tournaments lately. He's just like, not to glaze DeLuca or anything. It's just objectively true. Like he's making the final games in like a lot of tournaments.
Yep.
So I mean, if I had to say something, I'd probably be something with She-Hulk in it. would be one of the
Yeah.
would be one of the lists.
That seems like the safest bet of all. Webheads, what do you think? If who's your call? Let us know who you think's going to win, who you think's going to make the final table. So let's finish up. Let's have some fun with it. In addition to obviously the tournament itself, this is also AMG's big time to shine, and so we're going to be getting a whole bunch of drops. We'll be finding out a lot more information about characters that we've learned about. I'm sure we'll, at least I hope, we'll be getting information on the new Sentinels. But we'll also be getting some spoils. We'll be getting a roadmap of some of the new characters that are going to be coming up. So, Alex, we'll start with you. Who or what are you most excited to see, and who or what are you most anticipating?
So I'm gonna give my answer based off of what we know is coming,
Okay.
and not necessarily a wish list.
Okay.
I am most anticipating the Sentinel rules and the new crises. I personally feel they're a little behind on showing that information off. They should have been getting the hype train going a little bit longer, even though it's already there. It's on its way. It's on its way, but I feel like they need to get moving with it and keep that excitement going. Because with what is it, 5 characters? No, 4 characters. With
5
four
models.
characters, they can show off.
Yep, 5 models, 4
And
characters.
right. And then on top of that, how many crises are coming with this new pack? I mean, they could be showing a crisis off every week up to release if there's
Yep.
enough. They should have been on this hype train. I feel at least a month ago, if not longer. The one I'm most excited for. I love my mutants. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with Onslaught, and I would love to see his rules. Because if it's similar to how they showed off all the other big kaijus
Mhm.
like him, Apocalypse was shown at Mini Stravaganza, and his rules, like his model was shown, and like his art was shown during Mini Stravaganza, and his rules were shown at Adepticon. So I
That sounds
have the
right.
feeling they're gonna go similar route, and they may show off Onslaught's rules.
That sounds right. Okay. David, how about you? What are you excited about? What are you looking forward to? What are you anticipating?
So I am kind of excited to see if they drop character changes. That would be
Okay.
something to be that would be interesting. right? Because we know that the character changes are coming. We know that they're
Mhm.
gonna change Buster, She-Hulk, War Machine. Like we know a few of the models that are getting changed. So I would think that showing off, revamped characters. I would also like to see. I would like to see what the new She-Hulk's rules are going to be, because I have a feeling like she has to be. They have to make her different than the other She-Hulk. So there's got to be some other dynamic there. They got to do something cool with that.
Oh, you mean
Um,
the card for the sensational shield hub, the one with the briefcase.
the with the briefcase, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that they maybe show her rules. That would be pretty cool to see. Um, Obviously, my guess is they probably spoil the Sentinels, like Bastion and Nimrod and those guys. But
I would think.
I mean, who knows? I would think so too. Um, so that's where I'm at. I would also. I'm trying to think who else have they showed us stuff for. Like, we know that there's Jubilee, right? We know that there's a Jubilee model.
Yep, we know Jubilee, Havoc, and Multiple Man, and I think Danny Moonstar is in that box.
Yeah, Danny Moonstar.
Okay. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see those guys or what they do. Like, see if somehow they make Jubilee not a 2 threat. Like, that'd be interesting.
JP?
Patrick, I want to hear what you have to say first, because I'm gonna sloppy seconds the fuck out of this.
Okay. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm like on pins and needles waiting for the new Sentinel stuff and the new Crisis stuff. I'm curious to see if we'll learn what ends up is going to be part of the Challenger events. In other words, like what from the War of Kings is going to stay, what in the new set is going to stay. I don't know if we'll learn that at Adepticon or not. I'm morbidly fascinated to see if we get rules. At some point we will, but I'm morbidly fascinated to see what the orb is going to do, only because I still can't quite wrap my head around the fact that we're getting the orb as a model. The rest of that box looks cool. Blackheart looks cool, and actually really like Jack-o'-lantern's model, but I just want to see what they're going to do with that character. So I'm kind of morbidly fascinated with.
Okay, well, mine's an amalgamation of everything. So I would go. So I guess my favorite thing that would happen would be a large character change list. That's like fucking waking up on Christmas. You have all the presents under the tree, and it's just like, and you just keep opening them, and it's just like, fuck yes, let's go. Super impactful for the game, super fun for people who like those characters, and just like rejuvenating characters that you already own and have painted that are just like gathering dust on the shelf is just an awesome feeling.
Let me play my War Machine. I love that model.
Yes.
Yeah. Make him good. Make War Machine great again.
I'd settle for average.
Yeah,
that's what
I
she
would settle
said.
for average.
It's really kind of the story of my life in general.
Whap, whap. So to go over to the Sentinel side, I think like that affiliation needs some more models. Obviously, they've needed them for a while. That's really cool. I think that's like filling out an affiliation that's significant to me. Like it just opens up more viability for things, like I think that's cool when an affiliate, because like there's been a lot of matured affiliations, like there have been a lot of affiliations that have been mature for a long time, and Sentinels still feels like it's in this weird baby stage, and they lost Smash. Like, what are we doing? Like, they got a little buff, but it's just like we have the 3 Sentinel models and Cassandra Nova. Like, come on, let's go, let's do this.
Yeah, there's
only
so much. There's only so much headcanoning you could do to have Taskmaster running around with Sentinels make sense.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like Sentinels aren't my favorite thing to play personally, but I think it's super cool for the game. So I'd love to see that. And then hopping over to Onslaught, like if I had a single model like across all the things that I could see, like give me my fucking big boys, make this motherfucker at least a 6 threat,
Oh,
and I want to see the dude. Like I want to like if it's like seeing one of the Sentinels or one of the character changes or Onslaught, like I'm Onslaught. I'm on the Onslaught train all day with Alex over here.
yeah.
I really think Onslaught will be the second 8 threat model in the game
I
without
do.
gems.
I do too.
Let's fucking go.
I do too. I'd be very surprised if he's anything less than a 7. And if you're gonna do Onslaught,
I agree.
You got to make him an
Do
8.
we
I agree.
do we think he'll have a leadership?
No, I do not
I'm-
think he will have a leadership. He wasn't much of a leader from
Yeah, I'm-
what I
like
remember.
I'm trying to remember how, but in terms of like how you play him, I'm trying to remember in the comics if he had like thralls and stuff like that. If he's going to end up kind of being like another Dormammu, where you can sort of take the models you want with him. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I'm super interested to see just the models rules itself, but then how it plays for the game too. The one other thing I forgot to mention that I'm actually might be more excited for than anything other than the Sentinels is the their alliances board game. The sort of open the door, your first vial of crack is free MCP style, where I really want to see what that's going to be like. The more I look at that, the more I think about that, and the more I learn about it, the more stoked I am about that. Webheads, we're gonna be hounding the heck out of AMG and very much hoping to get an early look at that, so we can bring that to you.
Yeah, I think they had a good plan for that game
Mm-hmm.
with like the alternate model poses and all that.
Yep.
That's compatible with MCP. I'm wondering. I mean, we've been wondering, right? Like, are they going to include character cards? Because that would be like the ultimate. Your first hit's free. Like, hey, you have MCP cards too. You should come over and play this game.
The transmission that AMG put out, I think they did confirm that they're having both like the regular MCP cards and the Alliance Games cards.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that would be sweet.
Yep. So
and then they get to resell the same models to existing MCP players too. It's like a win-win for them.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna have new cards, like new art cards for the characters too. So
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. And I think I saw somewhere that the price for the box is going to be $99.99, which I think is not.
Yeah, because there's going to be a ton of the like goons and stuff in there
with all of the bad guy models. Yeah, there's going to be a ton of plastic in there. So let's give the internet what it wants real quick before we sign off. Let's wish list. If there's one thing that you want to see that they're going to tell us that's going to make us go nuts, what's it going to be? David, what's your one wish list?
It's got to be Doom, right? They got to show Doom's model. Like,
I mean,
with Doomsday upcoming, like, there's no way they got to do it. So it's definitely Doom.
I agree. I think this is the year. JP, how about you? What's on your wish list?
I want to be different this episode, but I can't. Give me Doom, you cowards.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm good with that. Alex?
Man, I realistically, I'm willing to bet they are going to show Doom and the Fantastic Four, or at the very least Doom. But my ultimate wish list, I don't know. Oh no, I know exactly what I want. I want 2 more Peter Parkers, Iron Spider and Symbiote.
Yep.
That's my wish list.
I would be good with both of those. And absent Doom, which I'm on board with Doom and the first family. I want my Alpha Flight.
I have a feeling that
I want my effing
that's just
Canadians.
that's
Hey,
just
man,
like the models that are like stuck in the corner somewhere. They're like, oh, we'll get to them.
I mean, for
I'd be
heaven's sake, they've given us an orb.
I'd be okay with a Timu Hulk Sasquatch.
Yeah, exactly.
More Hulks. I welcome all Hulks. I'm waiting. Oh, that's one. Red Hulk. I forgot about Red Hulk.
Yeah, he's coming.
Ooh, yeah.
If Red Hulk is if Red Hulk is more than a 5 threat, I'll be excited.
I bet he will be. I mean, given the size of the model, it's hard to imagine that they're going to make that a 5 threat, but who knows?
Well, A-bomb is a 5 threat, so that's kind of where my head's at.
Yeah, Red Hulk looks bigger than A-bomb.
Does he?
Maybe that's just the
A-bomb's a big boy.
A-bomb's a big boy,
A-bomb's
but
a big boy.
I will be surprised if it's not a 6 threat. So, all right. Any last thoughts in terms of? I mean, this is everybody's first AdeptiCon, so any kind of last thoughts in terms of kind of what you're excited about, or looking forward to, or anticipating when we're hanging out in Milwaukee for a few days? David?
This is kind of off AMG topic, but I am excited to see the StarCraft stuff. I'm really interested in that game. So I really want to see all the models and all the stuff.
JP?
Well, I'm signed up for a whole 2 things when we go down there. I'm signed up for the qualifier, and then I'm signed up for the AMG roadmap thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm anticipating getting in through the qualifier for Saturday, but if I don't fucking know. I'm just gonna be like vibing all fucking weekend then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Because I have signed up for no additional events, and like all the good ones are sold out. So
yep, me neither. And I'm kind of cool with that. I'm just I'm just going and soaking up the atmosphere and playing pickup games sounds good to me. Alex, how about you?
Honestly, the most excited thing I am most excited for. That was terrible grammar. Holy shit. The thing I am most excited for is meeting a lot of these people from the internet. One specifically, Will. We've done collabs with him, and it'd be really, really cool to meet him. So I'm excited for that. And then just like being part of all the Discords trying to promote events. Like there's so many people out there that are super cool. This hobby brings so many cool people together in just this one event space, and it'll be nice to meet the people and like put a face to the internet.
Yep. That is I mean, the games are going to be fun, and I'm really looking forward to trying my hand at all this and playing a whole. I mean, I think I'm guaranteed 11 games of MCP between the affiliation battle and the qualifier, so that's going to be fantastic. But I think what I'm really looking forward is getting a chance to go on a road trip with my pals and hang out with you guys and just be there for a few days, and then get a chance to meet some of the people that we've interacted with. Get a chance to meet Will. I'm really hoping that we get a chance to meet some of y'all webheads. If you're going to be at AdeptiCon, let us know. We'd love to come and say hi. I'm sure I probably owe somebody that's listening here a beer, so we can make that work too at some point.
I can't wait to smoke crack in the alleyway with Will.
It's oddly specific, but okay, we'll go with that.
I'm pretty sure we promised that. I thought the plan was to smoke crack with Will in an alley.
I need to review the transcripts.
Yeah, he was supposed to bring the prostitutes, and we were supposed to bring the crack. So as long as he holds up his part of the bargain, we're good.
That's fair. I mean, in fairness, the crack's a lot easier to transport.
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Might have some hot dice situations on our hands.
Everybody has a prison wallet.
Why does this crack smell like your crack, Patrick?
This episode has clearly gone on about 90 seconds too long. So if
I don't
we
know.
haven't
I
scared
think it went 90 seconds longer. I thought it was great.
So if we have totally scared you off at this point, webheads, come and meet up with us. You know how to touch base with us. wittybantercast@gmail.com, wittybantercast on all the socials. If you're on the Discord, we'd love to hear from you. If you're gonna be in Milwaukee for AdeptiCon, we'd love to get a chance to meet you. If you're not going to be in Milwaukee, then when you next hear our voice, we will be giving you a breakdown. And I can't promise you it will be the episode directly after Adepticon that will do the next giveaway, because we may have something special for you. We'll see. But shortly thereafter, one of you lucky webheads will be winning a Sentinels box. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming with us. Thanks for letting us be in your ears for a while, webheads. And until next time, be good.